And tell Mommy again what you said you were going to do to him if he came here.
I said I'm going to kick his ass.
Oh. That's not nice.
If he's going to come in here, he's going to kick my ass.
He will?
Yeah. He'll come out in the movie. He will come out and kick my ass.
Okay.
And I can kick his ass.
Okay. But that's not a nice word. You should say kick his butt.
Oh.
It's an abacus. Abacuses aren't that much fun, are they? I don't know why people think they're fun. Look at this. Look, it's bolts on a plank. Fun bolts. No, not very fun. Hey. Oh. A little birdie. Look, he sings. Oh. And if that mockingbird don't sing, then Greg is gonna buy you a diamond ring. And if that diamond ring gets sold, Greg's gonna feel like a big asshole. No, you don't want to say that word, though. We don't want to say that word because that's a bad word. No.
That just gives it more power. The less we make of it, the better. Let's just pretend like it never happened.
Okay, yeah, maybe it didn't. Maybe we misheard.
Yeah. Maybe she said truck or duck or luck. She could have said yuck.
Daddy, can you have some ice cream?
No, honey, if you're hungry, you can have some fruit. Fit? Oh. I have 2 children.
Situation no win. Rush for a change of atmosphere. A couple also
Electricity.
Very good.
Constitution.
That's it.
Philadelphia.
Smart. Good.
now I'm fully grown.
Fish?
Yeah.
Pony?
Yes.
Somehow stay
Heap? Hip hop? Hip hop Anonymous? Damn you! You gave him the easy ones!
Life's too short to even carry on. I'm losing my mind, losing my mind, losing control. These fishes in the sea, they're staring at me. A wet world aches for a beat of a drum. If I could find a way to see this train, I'd run away to some fortune that I should have found by now. I'm waiting for this car to...
Tell me what you just said.
I like you when you give me cookies.
You like me when I give you cookies, but you don't like me all the time?
Yeah, no.
Why?
But I like you, only love you get cookies from me.
Oh, so only when I give you cookies do you like me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I love you.
I love you too, but I don't like you all the time.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Life's too short to even care at all. I'm coming up now out of the blue. These zombies in the park, they're looking for my heart. A dark world aches for a splash of the sun. I love you, you love me. We're a happy family with a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too?
I was watching me and my mom watching this movie. This man kicked him. But the man I was gonna try to punch him, he kicked him down on the ground. But he was gonna kick him, I was gonna go. You know what he did? He kicked him in the penis. He was injured bad.
An empty house.
So hold my hand, I'll walk with you, my dear.
The stars creak as you sleep, it's keeping me awake.
It's the house telling you to close your eyes.
And some days I can't even trust myself.
It's killing me to see you this way. 'Cause though the truth may not be this.
There are more reasons for raising a child bilingually than you may think. Hi, I'm Veronica with WatchMojo.com, and today we're speaking with Caroline Erdos, a speech-language pathologist from the Montreal Children's Hospital, on the do's and don'ts of raising a child learning 2 languages from birth. What are the benefits of raising a child who knows more than one language?
Well, there are several cognitive advantages. So, for example, bilingual children have been found to have better abilities at problem solving and at ignoring irrelevant information when they're problem solving. There are also advantages later in life. For example, adults with Alzheimer, the adults who are bilingual will tend to only begin showing signs of Alzheimer later than the monolingual individuals.
Do you always have to have one parent speak one language, the other parent speak another language, and their teachers stick to one language?
One can choose the formula one wants. So it could be one parent, one language at home, 2 different languages in the home, or it could be one language in the home, one language at daycare. There are various formulas. What that does is ensure that there's a sufficient amount of input in each language. So, for example, a child with whom we only read in a language would not necessarily be exposed to vocabulary concerning academics or sports. But if we're holding many conversations with that child in that language, then we're covering a wide range of vocabulary.
Will learning more than one language ever confuse your child?
No, generally children are quite able to learn 2 languages, and in fact worldwide there are more individuals who are bilingual than individuals who are monolingual.
Now, should parents worry if the child uses 2 languages in one sentence?
No, actually it's quite natural phenomena for individuals who are bilingual to use words from the other language. And in fact, children tend to do that more if they're around adults who they know speak both languages. And if they do that in a context where the adults do not speak both languages, they're usually doing it because they don't have the word in one language and they'll borrow from another language. It's not something to worry about.
Will a child who's learning more than one language speak later on in life than someone who's just learning one language?
In fact, studies have looked at comparing language milestones between bilingual children and monolingual children, and the milestones appear to be very similar. So the babbling occurs around the same age, whether a child is monolingual or bilingual. First words, first word combinations, sentences.
Are there any situations where maybe it's not ideal to teach your child two languages?
Not that I know of. Even in the extreme case of children who have language disorders or what we call language impairment, those children, whether they're bilingual or monolingual, their language skills will look the same. So bilingualism does not further exacerbate even a child with language difficulties. Of course, the child will have difficulty learning the second language because that child had difficulty learning a first language. But to the extent that that child can learn one language, she can learn a second language.
So is it ever too late to introduce a new language for your child?
It probably is never too late, but the later a child is introduced to a language, the less likely that child is to lose the accent. There's some critical age that is yet unidentified, but beyond that age, that's what we're seeing, is that one can learn the language very well, but will not necessarily master the language in terms of pronunciation.
As a parent, what can you do to make sure that your child will learn both languages to the best of his or her ability?
Well, they can make sure the child is getting a sufficient amount of input, so at least 30% of what the child hears should be in a given language if that child is expected to be productive in that language. They should also make sure that the person who is speaking to the child masters the language, so the child is getting an adequate language model. And the exposure should be sustained. It should not be just sporadically throughout the year. It should be as often as possible and in a sustained, continuous manner.
Well, thank you. It was really great having you.
It's my pleasure.
I don't want to marry someone if I don't have a job first. The man comes asking me, running out, no, I don't want to marry you yet. I want to have a job. And if he says, I will not come back to you, fine, I'll find a different man. This is my life. You better stop caring. I'm not going to do anything for you until I have my job. I don't care if I marry you. I don't care if I marry another man. I care if I do something that's special. I don't want to marry someone if I don't have a job first.